Well, soon there will be 3 vaccines to choose from as the government pushes a campaign of full coverage for Bahamians as it looks to ward off COVID-19. Health officials disclosing during a national press conference yesterday that in order to ensure the required 2 doses are issued, it is broadly accepted that different brands of vaccines can be given in separate doses. But what constitutes an approved vaccine? Keishla Adderley takes a look.
Before last week, there was just one option for vaccination in the Bahamas. Since then, more than 300,000 Pfizer vaccines have been pledged by the U.S., and Johnson & Johnson is on the way. The world over, vaccines have been awaited and now touted as the answer to curbing COVID infection. But just what constitutes an approved vaccine? Here at home, health officials are assuring that they've taken a multi-layered approach led by the government in collaboration with local pharmacists and regional bodies to decide on that criteria.
We all agreed that the vaccine must come from the manufacturer, not from a middleman. The vaccine must be approved either by a national stringent regulatory authority, in addition to receiving the equivalent of an EUA or an EUL, Emergency Use Authorization by the FDA, that's given in the US, or Emergency Use Listing by the World Health Organization that partners with the EUA.
So what does emergency use only mean? According to the Food and Drug Administration, an emergency use authorization, EUA, is a mechanism to facilitate the availability and use of medical countermeasures, including vaccines, during public health emergencies, such as the current COVID-19 pandemic. Under an EUA, the FDA says it may allow the use of unapproved medical products or unapproved uses of approved medical products in an emergency to diagnose, treat, or prevent serious or life-threatening diseases or conditions when certain statutory criteria have been met, including that there are no adequate, approved, and available alternatives. Meantime, the transportation of vaccines also high on the list of safety criteria.
That it must meet all the transportation requirements of that vaccine. They have vaccine monitors inside the shipping establishments that tells you if the vaccine has met all of the cold chain requirements